Hello everybody, I'm Bateswolf and welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls 3. We will be continuing our blind playthrough here today as we start off in the toast position. So let's just get up from there. We're done toasting, we've said hello, and right now we do have a few places where we can go. And I'm just going to start off by, in fact before I run back and explain where we're running back to, on the episode I mentioned, on the episode I did when we met a few new characters. I think it's episode 14, the first episode that we did after quite a very long time. We did receive some comments about the music, and I actually have just checked, and we didn't actually have the music off. It's actually only on 6, so I guess we need that to be a bit higher. Let's pop that up on 10. And, well, I guess everything else is fine because I didn't receive any other comments about the other bits, but music, you guys thought it was off. It was actually on 6, but now that it's on 10, hopefully that will be a little bit better for us. Let's make sure it's on there. 10, yeah. Okay, that should be okay then. Right, let's get going again. Last time we did actually explore more of the undead settlement. I believe it's called this area still, and we actually fought a big fire demon looking guy with Siegward, our new onion friend. I am actually recording this one on a different day than those last two episodes, 14 and 15. This will be episode 16, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So new session, time to get back into it again, and we are currently running back to, well, we can actually pick a couple of different things. Let's just see what I end up deciding. We can go back to the bit where we made it past the fire demon guy, and we also ran through a bit of the area beyond that. And by run through it, I mean we didn't just run through it, we cleared it because it was a brand new area to us. And there was a bit where I fell down. I fell off this little platform, and I ended up dying and didn't get to see what was at the bottom of it and where that would end up taking us. So I think I'm going to go back there, but you know what, if this takes us down, we will try and kill the frost guy again, and it's taking us up, so I'm probably just gonna actually go back to that bit where we ended up falling off. Right, we will make our way back over there. Where is it? Is it coming? Oh crap, it was right there. I was looking at the wrong side. You know what, maybe we're not going back there. If this takes us all the way down, maybe it does. Ah, it's taking us back up again. Right, it's on this side, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Good, we're okay here. Right. Yeah, this is the bit. And as we see, the big dude doesn't respawn. That kind of makes sense. I think we ended up getting about 5,000 souls from that guy as well, if I do remember correctly. Siegward is nowhere in sight anymore. He was chilling in this area. All this got destroyed by the big guy that we were fighting. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run back to where we were, just so I'm not taking up too much time repeating the same bits in the areas. I will be running back to it just to get to, you know, where we are currently, to a fresh point, if that makes sense. Though we'll need to clear out a couple of these guys so we don't get too overwhelmed. And the dogs will certainly fit into that for us. Ooh, that was close. I think I've got my PC volume a little bit loud right now. Oh no. We'll use the pillar there to kind of block him up a little bit. And, you know what, let me just scroll down the PC volume for myself. I've not changed the volume for you guys, but I have done for myself in my own ears because it was a little bit loud right there. So this should be a little bit better right now. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah. Okay. Right, we've got these two, of course, and then we bailed out of here last time and worked our way up and around. And it was actually just descending this bit over here, right at the bottom of this bit. There's our bloodstain. We just got to get the jumping right, that's all. Here we are. Souls retrieved. Sweet. It was just jumping down to that bit right there. Please don't mess this up, Matt. That should be okay? Yes, lovely. Alright then, and we should be okay just to drop here. Sweet. Ooh, no way. We got the mirror gear. That's pretty damn cool. Oh, and the Chloranthy ring, there's an OG one. That's a really nice ring. Let's pop that on right away. Raises stamina recovery speed. Okay. That has added a little bit of weight, I should say. So we do need to bear in mind how that's going to work in conjunction with this. So we're on 155 right now, and if we equip it, we drop to 154. I know it's only marginal, but there's no point having it on if it's not giving us any, you know, any kind of benefits, right? And here we are, new area again. Let's continue down here. Oh, that's it, and it connects down to here where the tree boss was, and so on. Maybe that's all it was. I mean, it's cool to get the Chloranthy ring out of that for sure. That's really nice. One of the classic ones there, as I've just said. And the mirror set as well, the gear that Lucatiel wore in Dark Souls 2. Really cool stuff. Okay, so it seems like this is all there is in this area. You just come down this way for the gear, it seems. Cool, and that means we've wrapped around nicely to the tree boss again. Okay, very cool. I actually like how interconnecting the world is right now. And we've explored this area, so I'm basically good to go there. We've exhausted one of the paths there. There's nothing more for us to see. And while we're here, while we're this close, might as well, right? Let's get back into the boss. You can't follow us, can you? No, oh god. Well, we'll have that guy waiting for us after the boss fight, no doubt. But this should unlock another bonfire for ourselves if we win. Which I'm dearly hoping we do. Not far enough there, range-wise. But these guys aren't too hard to take out. I hope I'm not speaking too soon there, and then they end up getting caught out by one of them. Yeah, I really don't want these alive while I'm fighting him as well. Cursed Rotten Greatwood, that's his name. Okay. Ooh, god damn. This guy takes, that guy there took a lot more punishment than the others. Heal up. I'm getting so low on SS already. Maybe I should run around and let them be. And he's killing them for us, which is nice. We'll apply that. Oh, okay, that does still take time to become equipped, that makes sense. I'm not dealing any damage to that guy there, on those eggs. Okay, this sucks. My pine's probably going to run out soon as well. That's broke. Okay, let's at least get some hits in there while we've got this active. It's so little though. My god. Such little damage there. Maybe I wasn't hitting right. I'm not sure. Oh no, I'm so awful. I'm being stunned. What am I even getting stunned by right there? I'm not touching the stuff on the floor that he put down. Dodge that bit nicely at least. Come on, Chloranthy ring, give us that boost. Well, he's damaging them at least. Oh god, I missed. Only little damage there to the hands, but hopefully we'll be able to work it down. Popping the last Estus already, and he's not looking good. I could have sworn I dealt more damage to this guy last time. I think I need to upgrade my, or stop kicking. I guess I need to upgrade my weapon or my stats or something because the damage that I'm doing right now is really minimal. I see an egg there as well, but I can't quite hit it. Yeah, maybe I should only... I've actually brought my souls in here as well, which is so dumb. You know what, I might try and hold my phone out of this. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but I really should, considering I've got those souls. I need to put it into something right now, and I know I'm not going to win this fight. No. Oh, thank you. Yeah, apologies for bailing on a boss fight partway through there, but you could see the way it was panning out. My apologies for jumping away on it though. But I do need to actually upgrade some stuff right now, so we'll go and speak to Andre.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
We need to reinforce our stuff, yo. Where was our halberd as well? Oh, here it is. We already had a halberd at +3 there. And the scythe, we got that +3 as well, but it seems like we can't reinforce it because we've not got enough Titanite shards for it. Gonna reinforce that. Got no Estus shards, that's fair enough. Right. We actually can't buy any more from this guy either. I think someone else sells it in this game.
Oh, by the by, if you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to read without...
Yeah, I remember that dialogue. We've had that one.
Pretty be careful. I don't...
So then, yeah, it's just hard remembering everything, like Firelink Shrine after so long away, you know. Like I said, it's been well over a year, so it's really tough to remember exactly who does what and who I've not spoken to at this point, and so on and so forth. So I'm just currently thinking on who'd maybe sell the shards, and I'm hoping it's a...
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
Purchase item. No, she's not getting materials or anything like that for us, sadly. That's rough. Boosting HP up until death. That's embers right there for us. You know what, I guess a bit more charcoal pine actually wouldn't help. If I get 4 more of them just to be safe. Prism stone's always looking good. Did we ever get the dried fingers? Probably not, but we'll buy that anyway just to make sure we've got it. The signs we don't really need. We don't really need the dried fingers. I guess I'm just buying it for the sake of it because I got the money for it. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
No problem. I certainly will. Right, let's talk to you. I can't remember if we spoke to this guy again or not. Oh, we need to go all the way up around. I thought he was going to let us speak to him from down here. Hello there.
Fret not, fret not. My feet are here firmly planted. For I am a lord, and this is my throne.
Ludleth of Courland.
Listen, this might pique thine interest. Before I was a Lord of Cinder, I was a student of transposition, the process of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. A forbidden art that once left a foul stain upon Courland's honor. 'Tis an art that grants powers once thought unattainable. Most transposing kilns were lost with Courland, but this place is a crossing for all manner of cursed objects. If thou happenest upon a transposing kiln, bring it to me, quick.
Okay then, interesting. He was once a Lord of Cinder as well. Very interesting. Okay, we're learning of a new area there as well called Courland, and that doesn't ring familiar from any of the previous games, so that's interesting. Of course, in Dark Souls 2, we find out and we know from, oh, what's his name? The guy that you meet in the Bastille. It could be Frake. No, I don't think it's Frake. It's the guy in all the black garb and gear. Yeah, I really can't remember his name, but he speaks about, you know, places rising and falling and rebuilding and going by different names, and I was able to draw parallels from that game about actually when you go through areas in Dark Souls 1, they are actually some of the same areas in Dark Souls 2, but they go by different names and so on. I remember looking into that myself when playing that game. So maybe it's the same here too.
Listen, this might pique thine interest. Before I was a Lord of Cinder, I was a student of transposition, the process of extracting a forbidden.
Okay, so we heard that dialogue. Interesting what he says about what he used to do there as well, with the transposition stuff. I hope to find out a bit more about that in the future, talking to this guy, because right now it's a little bit hazy, I think.
Now, do not be away over long.
Okay. And he brought dishonor to his land as well, so it's a bit of a forbidden act, apparently. Okay. Is this Crestfallen still? Yeah, that's it. And we see we got a new guy up there as well. I think that's the other guy that came back. Is he still? Did I see someone stood up there earlier? Maybe not. I'll go up there and check in a moment.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then take.
Okay, I've not got enough right now. I might squeeze some souls, to be honest.
Farewell, Ashen One.
No problem. I'll write it. I think I might have a good few consumable souls right now. There's not loads actually, so it's probably best not to bother. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on for now, and we'll go and fight the guy who's who delivers the frostbite damage to us. You got anything else to say, Crestfallen?
Ooh, yet to give in, eh? Good. The Firekeeper must be twitching with delight. But what do you really know about these Lords of Cinder, these supposed legends? Let's take Aldrich for one. A right and proper cleric. Only he developed a habit of devouring men. He ate so many that he bloated like a drowned pig, then softened into sludge. So they stuck him in the Cathedral of the Deep, and they made him a Lord of Cinder, not for virtue, but for might. Such as a lord, I suppose. But here I ask, do we have a sodding chance?
Interesting dialogues there from the Crestfallen, talking about another Lord of Cinder, Aldrich. Didn't really sound like too much of a nice guy from what he was saying, though. Actually eating people, and apparently he's kept down in some castle somewhere. So he says. So he's a bit skeptical about whether or not we should trust these lords and be the friends and stick with them and put our faith in them.
At the foot of Lothric Castle, an old path still runs below the tower in the undead settlement. It was used to transport sacrifices to the Cathedral of the Deep. You should see where it leads, if you've the stones for it.
Oh, I do. So I guess that's where we're going. Like, once we pass the Frostbitten guy, I think that's the direction this guy's talking about. Below Lothric Castle, Undead Settlement, and so on. Further down there, down that route. Maybe we'll find this other lord then. Cool stuff.
At the foot of Lothric Castle.
Yeah, he's talking about the same stuff there as well.
At the foot, it was if.
Yeah, that's it. That I think that's the path that he was talking about there. So that's where we're planning on going next anyway. So that's all cool. Maybe we'll find that lord down there, and maybe a boss as well, or maybe he is the boss. We'll soon find out. Who the heck are you?
Unkindled, are we? And fast on the trail of the Lords absconded? Then these red eyes are for you.
Way.
Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for? Pillage embers for briefly heightened strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for?
Pillage.
What else are unkindled?
Okay then. I don't believe I've spoken to that guy before. Could be mistaken. But either way, he gave some correct red eye orbs for invading. And then we can get some unkindled, some ashes, which will give us more strength, or, you know, probably boost our damage for a certain period and so on. That's what I'm assuming it's going to do at least. Just like the embers boost your HP. Alrighty. Cool, interesting stuff right there as well. Holy King Lothric. Last hope of his line. Alright then. Anyone else around here new? Aldrich of the Deep, that'll be the guy. That'll be the guy that we're going to go and try and find next. Okay, I'm just taking a look at reading these again. Watchers of the Abyss, I remember that from the opening cutscene. Yom the Giant of the Profaned Capital. Okay then, Yom. Yom sounds familiar. But okay then, that looks like all there is here for us for now. And I will just take a little bit of a look around here again. Back around this way, just to see if there's anything else for us. And there she is. I knew one or two of these characters that we met must have come back here.
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome back. I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now. Your wish is my command.
Alrighty then. Yeah, and as thought, we can learn miracles from this one, though we're certainly not going down that road on this playthrough, so she won't be too much of use to us this time, but we can still talk to her to get information on lore.
You know, in my home of Karim, I was a nun. I would be pleased to share the tales of miracles with you. Although, to be honest, I only know a few. But if I had a divine tome, I could tell you many tales and more. Oh, only I cannot see. Terribly sorry, but you'll have to find me a divine tome in Braille.
Okay, so there's an item out there somewhere that we can find. That's probably going to allow us to access more miracles from herself, and more dialogues as well by the sounds of it.
You know, in my home of Karim, I would, although it is terrible. Have a pleasant journey, Champion of Ash. I pray for your safety.
Alright, thank you. And there we go, we've spoken to... It was Irina, wasn't it? Her name? Irina of Karim. We've spoken to her again there, that's lovely. Ooh, here we go.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to express my gratitude for trusting the lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancies to you. But first, you'll need a flame of your own.
There we go as well. I remember this dude, and now he's giving us a pyromancy flame. Awesome.
Careful you don't burn yourself with it.
Okay, this could actually be useful, depending on the... how do I say it? Depending on the amount that we're going to need to invest in this pyromancy flame, like with what stats and whatnot. Like if it is going to take a lot of stats, I'm probably not going to do too much of it. But if it doesn't require too much like in the previous games, I might use a few pyromancies, we'll see. He's got gear there for us, and not a whole lot else in terms of items that you can purchase, apart from the pyromancer gear. And that's basically it. Alright, what pyromancies can we learn? There we go, Fireball, Fire Surge, Great Combustion, classic right there. And Flash Sweat. Yeah, I never really bothered with that one previously either. Okay then, but the combustion and so on could actually be really useful for us. Though we are going to need a little bit more intelligence there. One more intelligence and one more faith point. I'd be willing to do that, to be honest, to get something like that. Reinforcing the Pyromancer Flame, what's that going to cost? That costs Titanite Shards as well, god damn. I need that for my weapons too, though. We can see how it goes, though. We can see. What else have you got to say there, Cornix?
To learn pyromancies, you must vow to become my pupil. I know, but such is the way of the world. Respect your elders and so on. And pyromancy, of course, is no exception.
Okay.
Oh, we'll need a pyromancy tome to learn more advanced pyromancies. Though unorthodox, that would be the most expedient way to make progress. If this were the Great Swamp, and you had the luxury of time, we could have trained you the hard way.
Well, thank God it's not.
To learn pyromancies, I know, but such is the way of the world. Respect your and pyromancy.
Yeah, I believe we've got that
we'll
dialogue
need a
too.
pyromancy tome to learn.
And just like Arena over there, this guy also needs another tome to gain access to his more advanced spells. So that's probably gonna be a theme, recurring theme in the game in terms of going one of the magical routes. You're going to need that stuff before the others become accessible to you, the more advanced ones.
Do not be gone for long. What is a teacher without a pupil?
Alrighty. There we are. There's our Smith boy again. And down here, you also have another returning character. I'm sorry guys, I do, considering it's been out of Violent Shrine for a while, I think it's a good time for me to at least catch up with a few of the characters that we've got back here, and hopefully you guys are into that too, talking to them, listening to them, and so on. It is part of the game, and I do enjoy it myself too, so I think it's the right time to go around these guys and have a good chat with them again.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part. Whatever trinket you need, speak up. Just don't ask me where I got them.
You probably stole them, didn't you? Great rat. What have you got? Okay, he's got, he's got the buckler. One of my all-time favourite shields there. He's got a few weapons there. Bandit's knife, a bastard sword, interesting ones. The buckler, a few bits of gear, moss clumps. Rope firebomb thrown behind, explodes, inflicting fire damage. Okay, so you throw that one behind. I believe we checked that out previously as well at some point. That is cool though. Or maybe we've not. No, I'm sure we picked one up earlier on in the game, right? I don't know, it's hard to remember. Like I said, over a year ago, it's really hard to remember little details like that, but Rope Firebomb, really cool addition to the game. Not got a whole lot that I want just yet, but we can actually sell items too, so maybe I can sell some stuff that I'm not too bothered about right now, at least. Like, I might as well sell these when I know I'm not going to use them for sure. I'm not going to use the Rapier. Claymore I'm going to keep. Broadsword, get rid of. Longsword, keep. We got two of them anyway. Mail Break, hell no. These broken ones aren't too useful. Though in the past you could turn the broken ones into special weapons with the soul of a boss, so I'm going to keep hold of that just in case. Andax will get rid of. Deep Battle Axe. It is blessed with something, so... what damage is that again? It is... forgot what that does. That dark picture there, like what's imbued with, I'm not sure what damage that is. Oh, it's dark, right? Yeah, it's dark damage. Okay, so we'll keep that just in case, because in case we need something with dark damage dealing, then we can pull it out and use it. Club, reinforced club, large club, partisan, we'll get rid of that one. We'll get rid of the regular club too, and the reinforced one. We'll keep the great one though, and we'll keep the great machete too. Winged Knight Halberd. God, that takes some strength, doesn't it? We'll see, maybe I'll use that. I have always loved the Halberd class weapons, as you know already, so I might turn that into something later on. And by turn it into something, I mean reinforce it and actually use it. Get rid of the whip. Castus, goodbye. Bow will keep. Talisman will keep as well. Our shields will hang on to. And I want to hang on to my gear as well. Though I don't really mind the bolt, so we're not going to get a lot for that anyway. It's just 8. No, Ring of Sacrifice sells for a good bit. Yeah, and you know what? We'll leave it at that for now. Let's talk to him, though. Oh, we can give him Loretta's bone, though. Let's do that. I remember that, I remember.
Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose.
Yeah, there we go. I'm glad we actually came back to him and gave him that. I'm glad we remembered that. Well, we got nicely reminded by the menu here, but still, good to do, good to do.
You can keep the ring as...
Alrighty then.
Goodbye, and stay safe. Oh, this place is a bore. What good is thievery if you've nowhere to go?
Okay, so he's thinking about stealing from other people in here, but like he said, there's nowhere to run to if he takes something, so... probably not the best idea in here. Hello there. I remember you too.
Oh, our champion of Ash. Welcome home. This pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service.
Sweet. We got Yolov Londor back in here, talking to him again. Let's see what he's all about. Draw out true strength. I wonder what that is. We'll take a look at what he sells first. It looks like just sorceries, okay?
As I have said, I was once a sorcerer. Alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But I can teach you what I know. Perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease out your true strength. We pilgrims of Londor are keenly aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special.
Beckham. Okay. So he's a sorcerer. He also referenced Vinheim there as well. And it sounds like it's a bit of a far cry. Well, the place that he's from is a bit of a far cry from that. In the way that they do like to explore sorceries and learn and teach those kinds of magical arts. But it's not anything to the strength that Vinheim used to. I remember from the previous games, like Rickert and other characters from Vinheim, really looking at mastering the sorceries.
As I have said, I will allow, but perhaps I believe we...
Okay, so this guy can draw out our true strength. Let's see exactly what
shall
that
we
is.
begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
Oh, okay, so this guy levels us up as well. Okay then. But is it a more valuable point than what we'd get from the Firekeeper or what? Oh no, he's given us a free level here by the looks of it. That's at least what it seems like anyway. Yeah, because it's not costing any souls and he's actually willing to give us a free level up, drawing out more of our strength. Okay, that's actually really cool. And you know what? Considering we're drawing out the strength, we'll do that quite literally, and we'll put the point there into strength. as a couple of people on my 14th episode are actually telling me strength is the way to go. I still remain a bit unsure about that because I want to do it my way as well, and I was saying I might stick with quality, and I might still follow that path, but we do need more damage anyway, and we're looking at using that heavier halberd in the future at some point, possibly, so I'll put that point into strength there. Thank you, Yol.
As I have said, I was, alas, but I can teach her, Emily, weep, that though.
Okay, and that's that, we've got our 3 point.
Be safe, champion of Ash.
You too, my dude. Thank you very much. Okay, that's lovely. I'm actually glad I came back here right now. Really, really cool stuff. Don't know whether I'm missing anybody. I might be. We can't see her guardian anywhere. And Siegward's probably still out there fighting someone somewhere, so we'll move on.
Welcome home, Ashen Wasp.
We'll try and get a level here now.
Very well.
I think we've got enough. I think. Nearly. Yeah, there we go. Just about. And we'll bank that onto strength as well. Or maybe we should go for dex. And see, these come in handy now as well because of the whole pyromancy situation. Faith and intelligence. You know what? Go on then. We'll put 1 point there into intelligence. Get that to 10.
Farewell, Ashen One.
No problem. Alrighty then. Undead Bone Shard. I can't remember what that does, so I don't want to do it just yet. Does that give us an extra Estus? Undead Bone Shard. You got to bear with me with this stuff, guys. I'm just once again getting familiar with a bunch of bits from the game, you see. Dark Sigil. Accumulates Curse. Okay, I don't think we've read that one yet. I think we got that 1 or 2 episodes ago in one of the more recent episodes. 1 or 2 episodes ago, I believe. Dark Sigil, a black gaping hole in the flesh that resembles the brand of an undead. Alright then. The darkness of humanity seeps from this bottomless pitch black hole, the gap filled by the accumulation of the curse. The Dark Sigil will never heal, but there is a tale told of a firekeeper who returned from the abyss and brought the great comfort to a bearer of the curse. Interesting stuff. That one sounds deep, quite literally. Yeah, there's a bit of lore wrapped up in there. I'm trying to think what that could be relating to. Okay. I'm not too sure. Could it be talking about Manus there? But he wasn't a firekeeper, he was just a pygmy. I'm not too sure. I might need to remind myself of that, or maybe we'll find out more in the future, we'll see. But either way, let's go, let's head back out there. Undead Bone Shard, we'll do that as well. No Undead Bone Shard in inventory, okay. So what did we do there? Did we level up our Estus? I mean, it's at +1 now, so I think that was what did it. And I don't think it was at that before, if I'm not mistaken. But that's that. Anyway, let's head back out there. Just taking a look at the previous areas we've been to as well. We need to go back to the dilapidated bridge, I should say. God, it's easy to stumble over your words, isn't it? God damn. Especially when you're playing a game and commentating and, you know, doing a couple of different things at the same time. Alrighty. Here we are, Undead Settlement. Now then, it is looking at the right amount of episode length, to be honest, to actually call it a day here. But what we'll do is, yeah, we will call it a day here. I was going to run back and then stop the episode before, you know, where we'll be going next, but I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'm just going to call it a day here. It is right. Because for all I know, I could get back to the frostbitten guy and die again there right away anyway, so I will call it a day at this one. Sorry we've not done too much this time. We explored the that tower over there, where we got the mirror gear, which is really cool. And we also travelled back to Firelink Shrine and spoke to all the characters that had returned there, which is really cool. Found more out about them, what they do, and you know, a little bit more lore there as well from a couple of them too. As well as getting a couple of level ups and a free one from Yol as well. So that's actually really nice. And now we've got our fire ready, bought more pine, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and get back down to the frostbitten guy next time, and that'll be it. Cheers. Hopefully I'll be able to defeat him this time. Thank you all very much for watching. This has once again been Beta Wolf, otherwise known as Matt, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.